I think most of us have been building our Minecraft worlds the wrong way, and we don't even realize it. Not wrong as in they're ugly builds or anything, and not wrong as in they're bad at the game, but I mean wrong in the way that we grow our worlds. Because every time we load in, we feel this pressure to start something new. It's either a bigger base or a new distraction or a cooler idea or something. Something that looks impressive when you zoom out in free cam, and that's it. And for a while, that feels good, it feels productive, you're expanding, you're progressing, and you're doing something, but then a few weeks go by. You log in, you'll look around, and your world feels empty again. Not because there's nothing there, but because there's too much that doesn't feel finished. You've got half-completed builds, big exteriors with no interiors, structures that look exciting when you place the first block, but now they just sit there like shells. And instead of feeling pulled into your world, you feel more disconnected from it than ever. And that's usually when people say that Minecraft is getting boring. But I don't think it's boredom. I think it's the way that we've been building. Because think about what we actually do. We treat our worlds like checklists. We log in and we ask what's next. Not what matters, not what feels alive, just what's the next thing that I can add so we can expand outward. We build a house, then we build a bigger house next to it, then a storage building, then a farm district, then a trading hall, and then a mega project that we saw on YouTube at 2 a.m. and suddenly it becomes our new identity. Now, none of those things are bad, but they stack up. And eventually your world stops feeling like a place and starts feeling like a collection of projects. It's impressive when you fly over it, but when you land, there's nothing pulling you in. No reason to walk through that old house, no reason to visit that first farm, no reason to sit in that area that you were once so proud of. Because everything important has moved on. And when everything important keeps moving outward, you start feeling like you're chasing your own world. And that's exhausting. And it's usually the moment that you log off and think, maybe I'll play something else. Not because you don't love the world, but because you don't feel connected to it anymore. And this is where I realized something that can kind of change everything for me. The answer wasn't to build something bigger. It wasn't to start over or to download a new mod pack or join a new server. It was actually to stop building entirely. And I know that sounds weird. Minecraft is literally about building. But I don't mean stop placing blocks completely. I mean stop expanding outward like your world is unfinished. Because what if the problem isn't that your world needs more, and what if it's just that it needs depth? Instead of asking what's the next thing that I can build, ask what's something I already built that deserves more attention. That first house you made, or the little farm you were so proud of, what if instead of adding a new district across the river, you went back and gave that old area a reason to exist? Add interiors, add lighting, add signs, add little details that make it feel like someone actually lives there. Give your builds purpose, because when you stop expanding thoughtlessly and start enriching intentionally, your world stops feeling like a project and it starts feeling like a place. So I tried this. I went to builds in my world and I started putting things in detail. I started adding more of a soul to the world instead of just everything at face value. And it worked. Suddenly that area felt different. Not because it was bigger, but because it had weight. And that's when it clicked for me. When you add stories instead of structures, everything changes. You're not just placing blocks anymore, you're creating places that feel intentional. And when you walk through a world full of intentional places, you don't feel disconnected, you feel invited. And what surprised me wasn't how much better the builds looked, it was how much more I wanted to log in. Because for the first time in a while, I wasn't chasing the next thing, I was rediscovering what I already made. I started walking instead of flying. I'd sit inside that little house and actually feel like it belonged there. And the world stopped feeling like a portfolio. It started feeling personal again. Like every build had history, like every build mattered. So when you keep expanding outward, you're always focused on the future of your world, but when you slow down and add depth, you reconnect with its past. And that's where the attachment comes back, I think. Not in the size, not in the scale, but in the little details. That's when I realized the secret wasn't starting over, and it wasn't really finding new inspiration either. It was caring more about what I already had built. So if you haven't logged into your world in a while, or if you log in and immediately feel stuck, don't start something new immediately. Don't plan a new mega base or don't clear out another biome. Just pick one build. One. Your first house, an old farm, a random structure that you haven't touched in weeks maybe, and just stay there. Add an interior, add lighting, add a reason for it to exist. Ask yourself, who lives here? What is this building for, and how would someone actually use this space? Because the secret to returning to your Minecraft world, it isn't building more, it's caring more. Your world probably isn't fully empty, it's just waiting for you to notice what's already there in front of you. And once you start adding depth instead of the distance, you don't feel like you're forcing yourself to play anymore. You actually will want to be there. And that shift, that small change in how you build, is the difference between a world that you visit and a world that feels like home.